And depending on your strategy, that also ready. Hello guys, Steven Duxter. So today's content will be a little bit more beginner focused. And today I will share about 3 tips that I wish I know before I started trading. So before I start this video, make sure to click the like button and subscribe. It's really going to help our YouTube channel to produce more free content. So let's get into the video. The first tip includes about 2 to 3 points, and the first point I want to talk about will be producing your edge. Now, what do I mean by producing an edge? A lot of people jumping into the free brokerage and getting the first trade, and make sure getting their first gratification of the first gain given to their account, and they're really happy, and that's where you started wrong as a beginner. Now, personally, I started that way as well. I started with TD mirror trade, and at that time I don't really know what risk management was. So I was lucky. I made about $200 to $300, and that's pretty much 90% of the beginners make all the time. So here is a very useful tip. When you are trying to get into some industries you don't know, you want to make sure to find a strategy that have about anywhere between 70% to 85% winning percentage. And with a small account that most beginners have, anywhere between 3,000 to 5,000, you want to slowly growing that into 30K to 50K to make sure you're getting over PDT. Once you get over PDT, then you can start to size up and potentially getting a second strategy to focus on. So that's my personal advice because I found that very useful. If you're only focusing on one strategy, then you will pretty much ignore all the noises out there and only focus on your own performances. Will be much easier to grow your account compared to when you're starting out and you're trying to focus 7 things at once. So once you produce the strategy, you want to find a brokerage that's specifically designed for a strategy. And personally, I use TradeZero, Centerpoint, Interactive Broker, E-Trade, and pretty much all of the brokerage before. Now, if your strategy are 100% long focused, then I would recommend Interactive Brokerage because they charge much cheaper compared to other brokerage, charge about $10 per trade. Now, there is difference between tickets and how many shares you're trading. Now, you can choose different plans. You will have to figure that out that specifically fits your strategy. So you can save as much as you can, especially on trading fees. Early days back in 2016, the fees were kind of crazy. Borrow fees are pretty much around 20% to 30% if you are winning on a trade, and it will take about 20 to 30 of your profits. So that doesn't fit very well to my strategy. Nowadays, they only take about 5 to 10%. Now, some new brokerage even take much less. So finding a brokerage that fits your strategy is very important. So 2 beginner steps: finding your strategy that has 70% to 85% your long-term performances. Now, second, you want to find a specific brokerage that suits your strategy to make sure you're getting much less fees compared to the brokerage out there. So the second tip I want to talk about is risk management. Now, this part is really hard to get a hand of, especially as a beginner. Now, let me give you a decent concept for you to try to understand. For normal risk reward, you want to find anywhere between 1 to 2 to 1 to 3. Now, 1 to 4 is the best reward that I can think of. 1 to 5 doesn't really exist unless you have the perfect opportunities. This type of opportunity only happens anywhere between 3 to 5 times per year. So in general, trades will happen anywhere between 1 to 1, 1 to 2 to 1 to 3. 1 to 1, very risky. 1 to 2, that's the trade I will generally take in normal trading days. 1 to 3 is those type of opportunity doesn't really happen that often. It happens about anywhere 20 to 30 times per year. So I want to give how to really manage this type of 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3 reward. So for example, what do I mean by 1 to 2, 1 to 1, or 1 to 3? Now for 1 to 1, you are risking $100 to make $100. 1 to 2, you are risking $100 to make $200. 1 to 3, same thing, risking $100 to make $300. Now, what type of situations you should take if the risk reward is 1 to 1? So this goes into the strategy you just built. If you have a strategy that gives you about anywhere between 70% to 85% winning percentage, and you should try to find out, okay, in this specific strategy, in what type of condition that the pattern winning percentage will have 85%. Now, in what type of condition the winning percentage will have 70%. So you can use that type of winning percentage to increase your position size. For example, so if I'm risking $100 to make $100, the reward and risk is pretty much identical. Now I better make sure this pattern is going to win 85% of the time. If the pattern that meets the condition that this pattern will win 85% at this time, then I will definitely take that one-to-one trade. Now, if the winning percentage is really low, anywhere between 70% to 75%, then I will skip that trade. As a beginner, you want to focus the pattern that has the highest winning percentage. Now, for anywhere that's lower, you don't want to take it because you don't want to risk and start getting emotional. Once your account size gets over 200,000 to 300,000, then you can focus the pattern that has anywhere between 70% to 75%. So let's give a total conclusions. First of all, do not try to rush in and try to use Robinhood or any type of free brokerage out there. Try to find the correct strategy first. You want to focus on high winning percentage and happens fairly often, anywhere between 70 times to 80 times per year. Then you want to find the brokerage that best minimize your trading fees. For the last, you want to focus on the condition of the pattern, under which condition the pattern has 70% winning percentage or 85% winning percentage. So you can use that winning percentage to identify how much size you want to size into different trade. Anywhere between 1-to-1, 1-to-2, and 1-to-3. The higher the winning percentage the pattern is, the more size you can go in. That's how you really grow your account pretty much in the most efficient way. So that will be all of the tips I want to give today. Thank you very much for watching, and hopefully these tips are helpful for you as a beginner, and I will see you guys next time.